Hey friends, welcome to another Average Bronco video. I'm of course Paul Glasgow. Today I'm going to be making a minor modification, but on a large scale for me. Something that I definitely see that I can use. One of the biggest complaints that I had with my old Jeep, and it's odd that Bronco Ford carried it over, is this cheesy, cheap net that you've got right here on the side pocket. I don't understand that. Yes, we are dealing with limited space, but not that limited. It's not like we're not going to have any room to build an actual pocket on here. There's a brand called Mountains to Metal that designed this metal molle side panel. Goes on the left and the right side, of course. I believe they also make one for the four-door models on the back door. This one, of course, is just a two-door on the front door. But of course, it's going to go right here. As you can see, it's going to give you at least a couple of inches more clearance right here as far as coming off of the door. And the door kind of goes in a little bit right here on the front side. So you're probably going to gain, or at least give yourself, about 3 inches in the front and 2 inches towards the back as that panel contours out a little bit and limits your space. Now, I've been driving this Bronco for a couple of weeks now. The most use I get out of this side net pocket is hanging my flashlight on it. That's about as useful as I can, the nature as I can find for that thing. I suppose you could probably put a CD in there. That's about all that's going to fit, but the Bronco doesn't have a CD player, so you can't even use it for that. The tools you're going to need are pretty basic, and actually 100% of them would come with your Bronco in your toolkit. However, I decided I wanted to use my powered screwdriver here, so I'm using the bit that comes with my Bronco kit and just putting it on there to aid things and speed things up a little bit. First thing I'm gonna do, of course, is pull my flashlight off of there and then back each one of these screws out. They're a little long-winded. As you can see, they're pretty long screws. I will back my torque down just a little bit. I've got it on drill right now. I'm gonna wanna get it down pretty far here, if I can, for when I put those back in, because I don't wanna run the risk of stripping those screws out. Now you pull the panel out, it pops right out. As you can see, it's ever so delicately put in here. You saw my net was tearing at the bottom already because it's kind of cheaply made. Okay, this is the bracket that holds the net in, and this is the actual net itself. Now, what I'm gonna do, see how the net's just kind of melted onto this frame around the outside? I was kind of ginger with this thing, treated it gingerly, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the net itself back on and have it held in place with the pocket, mainly because I'm gonna use this kind of like a file folder. It'll still be able to hold something snug up against the inside of the door panel, and I'll still have all that additional room out here. So let me work on that. I'm gonna have to, I guess, aim to get my screws in. I'm gonna start with the bottom screw, bottom right-hand corner screw, get that in there, and then I'm just gonna work my way around. Because as you see, the net wants to shrink up. See underneath the panel, it wants to shrink up from side to side and not fall into place. So I think that tension will hold my screws in. Well, one screw just fell out. I'll just hold this where my screws can't fall out. Grab the one that fell. Put each of these in. I've got all 6 of my screws inside here holding the old net pocket in place. Now I will stab the holes to get this thing started. I know some of the screws will fall out, but I mainly wanted to get them started to hold the thing in place. There we go. We're in there. Let's go up here first. There we go. That's in, that's in. Get that one started just a little bit. And this one here, I can see the hole. There we go. All right. So we've got them all started. So I know now my net will stay in place. go ahead and permanently do them. Again, I back my torque off a little bit because I don't want to risk stripping the hole out. I'll hand tighten these. Now the Mountains to Metal guys did a really good job hemming this top plate where it comes over. So I don't see any issues. There's certainly no sharp edges, but even on the corners, it's nice and rounded off a little bit. But hemming that top piece made it really nice. I don't think you need these pieces that they gave you. I like the utilitarian look of this, but if you want, you can certainly put this piece on that top and bring it all the way around. Personally, I like that rugged look, so I'm gonna leave it like that. And if I feel like I ever need to add these, then I will. All right, as you see, we've certainly gained a lot of room. By keeping that net in there, if I want to, I can slide a water bottle in behind the net, and it keeps it nice and snug in there. I can put my flashlight right back where it was, kind of aimed in the front. My Ford Bronco tool bag, tool pouch, it'll actually fit right inside there. I can get it in front of the net. And my water bottle's still right inside there. And I work in construction, so I can certainly put a tape measure right there if I want to, and it'll still hold a couple of things. That's pretty much it. I mean, obviously, friends, it's a rinse and repeat on the right-hand side, the passenger side of the vehicle. Just do the same thing over there. But I really like this. I think that it gives me definitely a lot more storage space. We are relatively limited, especially in a two-door, but even in the four doors, the narrowness and all that, and there's not a lot of hiding places and pockets and what not inside your new Ford Bronco. So this is a welcome addition to me. Plus, come on, it's a rugged, nice look as opposed to that stringy, cheap net look. I just like this utilitarian feel that it has to it.